before the Clash of Champions pay-per-view, a warm-up match between the champions and challengers, as we are going to have a one-on-one match. Chad Gable will take on Kalisto as the Pack. Johnny Gargano and probably Gable will be the ones taking on the Lucha Dragons at the pay-per-view, at the Clash of Champions pay-per-view, as they have not defended their titles on pay-per-view yet, and their opponent will be Sin Cara and Kalisto, the Lucha Dragons. So Kalisto versus Gable one-on-one. This match doesn't really mean anything. It's just simply it's simply just a match for both of them. Ooh! Kalisto gets a shot in there on Gable. So the referee trying to split the two apart. Now another shot. Ooh, Gable able to reverse a kick. Gets one in on of his own. But yeah, so basically they are going to just fight to kind of excite the crowd for that match at the upcoming pay-per-view. And that's about it. Kalisto spinning himself around in a Hurricane Rana. And Kalisto, him and Sin Cara hyped about how well he is competing so far in this match. Oh, but he shouldn't have been that excited as Chad Gable comes up from behind. Kalisto and Sin Cara, I thought they would actually have a decent universe mode. Have not found much success so far in the tag team division, though. You know, there's still a little bit of time, not much, but a little bit of time left before WrestleMania, and then maybe after WrestleMania, maybe next year, they're going to be able to try and do better than they are now. We have opportunities. Shot right to the face of Kalisto there. Chad Gable, not Chad Gable, Gable is on a roll. I think I am just going to say, you know, it's Gargano, Gable, Goldberg. They don't need first names. Johnny Gargano getting the crap beaten out of him. And Gable now has to try and come save his friend. Got whacked there by Kalisto. Maybe Kalisto trying to prove a point before the upcoming match they're going to have. I doubt that little bit of combo from Kalisto is going to be enough to put Gargano out of action, but I mean, maybe he's just trying to injure Gargano. Again, I doubt that would happen off the moves he did, but it's a possibility. Thrown out of the ring, Chad Gable. Okay, it's going to be difficult for me. I mean, they have their names, but like, I just want it to be the 3 Gs. It doesn't need to be. Oh, Kalisto flipping right back up to his feet, missing his strike, and then a reversal there from Gable. It's just going to be hard to get used to not calling them by their actual names. One, and a kick out at one from Kalisto. And right now, Gable is dominating. Gable's actually, I thought Gable was going to be behind in this match for a while. You see Goldberg, he's hyped, he's talking to Gargano on the outside. People look at Gable as the weak member of the Pack, but he is holding his own in this match. Wrenching away on the arm right now of Kalisto. And Kalisto is just in trouble. He cannot find a way to get himself into this match. What is this? Is this a submission hold? Yes, it is. Wrenching away now on the leg of Kalisto. Is Gable going to get him? Is Gable going to make Kalisto tap out before Clash of Champions? He is! Oh my goodness! Kalisto just lethargic almost in the way he was fighting here tonight. Could not get any offense in. And Gable with a honestly surprising victory over Kalisto. Is this a sign of things to come for Gable and the Pack at Clash of Champions? And we head into the final match of Raw before that. And a match between the former Universal Champion and the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. Cesaro, he just end his losing streak if he's able to pick up a win here in this match and try and gain some momentum and try and get back in a title picture, even if it's not a world title picture. And Seth Rollins is looking to just keep some more momentum going for himself, as he is going to look to try and take the IC title off Sami Zayn at Clash of Champions. Introducing first from New Plate, Switzerland, he is the Swiss Cyborg, the Swiss Superman, Cesaro. No longer the Universal Champion. And his opponent from Davenport, Iowa, he is the King Slayer, the Architect, the Beast Slayer, the Messiah, Seth Rollins. Rollins making his way out here in this one, as he is going to try to keep his momentum going, and then Enziguri dropping Cesaro to get this match going, and he is already taunting. Two guys who really don't have many friends in the locker room catching Cesaro with a knee. But yeah, neither of them are exactly popular people here in the Monday Night Raw locker room. Oh, and that uppercut rocking Rollins there. As Cesaro, I mean, he's just been on a downward spiral. He was so dominant for so long and has just not been able to, actually, I was going to say no pun intended, pun very intended. He has not been able to get in the swing of things as of late. And a cover by Seth Rollins, one, and a kick out at one from Cesaro. Cesaro he's really just not like he used to be at the start of this universe mode. There was nobody who could touch him, and now it seems like he just can't get a win to save his life. He lost to CM Punk and Shinsuke Nakamura, and in the same night at Survivor Series, and last week lost to Nakamura one-on-one, and he could be about to lose his third straight match. After, the only match in the entirety of Universe Mode he had lost was the Hell in a Cell match. He didn't even get pinned in before that. So, I mean, still, only 4 losses so far in Universe Mode for Cesaro. So he can easily bring himself back. He can easily get back to being great, but he just needs to start with a win here tonight over Seth Rollins. He'd lose all his momentum going into Clash of Champions if he were to lose here tonight to Cesaro. Cesaro catching him with an uppercut. Rollins stunned against the ropes, tossed off him. What's Cesaro looking for here? He goes under and went for an uppercut. Seth gets out of the way, spins around a tornado DDT. Seth Rollins going to look to try and get himself back into this one after a rough start. Tossing Cesaro into the corner. Seth, a kick to the back and a clothesline right onto the chest. Taking Cesaro down to the mat. Seth, now a standing moonsault. And he is doing a good job of fighting back into this one. But Cesaro did not make many friends during his Universal title reign, and has very little friends now still, because he did what he could as Universal Champion. And maybe another reason Cesaro lost, I wasn't even thinking about this, a reason he lost at Survivor Series could have been he left. If you don't remember, he had a promo the first week after, what pay-per-view do we have before that? Whatever pay-per-view it was before Survivor Series, the night after, he basically said, I'm taking a break, I'm going on a vacation. I will be back at Survivor Series to take on CM Punk. So he was out of action for a while. He just wasn't doing anything. That could be a reason he lost. And Maybe he was, being a little cocky, a little bit arrogant. He did not know what CM Punk brought to the table. Seth Rollins! Curb stomp! He did not know what Punk brought to the table, as those two had not gone against each other before. Cesaro kicks out at 2. They hadn't gone against each other before, and he didn't know what to expect, and he found out the hard way that CM Punk is no joke, and in my opinion, there's not even a question about it, the most dominant champions in our universe mode. I mean, I would say it was Kevin Owens until his rivalry with Edge, where he ended up losing his championship for a little while. Seth Rollins has done an amazing job fighting back into this. Cesaro, he had momentum. Rollins did basically everything he could to take away all of that momentum. And now it is probably this move away from becoming, well, not becoming anything, but a curb stomp to Cesaro. Why is The Miz out here? The Miz, I mean, he hasn't been able to do much in Universe mode. Maybe the Intercontinental Championship picture would be perfect for him, but I'm starting to think The Miz isn't here. Maybe Cesaro hired somebody. Cesaro hired somebody to play The Miz's music. Neutralizer to Seth Rollins off a distraction. Cesaro paying the audio guy for that one. And now trying to gain momentum. No. Rollins gets the shoulder up. Cesaro, wow, he fought dirty and he was still unable to get the victory. Seth had him. Another cover on Seth. Not even a 1 count. Wow. Seth Rollins, he was not going to go down that way. He wants this. He wants to be in contention for Superstar of the Year, which is looking pretty out of the realm of possibility for Seth Rollins right now. But you never know. Things could change in an instant. He could win the Intercontinental Championship, then win the Royal Rumble. Like, he could go out. He could go off and end up going from having a horrible universe mode to out of nowhere being Superstar of the Year. So it's not over for anybody. It's Cesaro. He has a decent shot at it right now. I mean, those guys over there on SmackDown, they have had a better universe mode, but things could go downhill for them just as fast as things could go uphill for other guys. So you never know. Rollins, shot to the face though. And he had already put away Cesaro, basically, just taunted him, looked for the victory to end it all, and then just as he was about to go for the cover, the Miz's music started playing. And unless Cesaro's going to get somebody else's music to start playing, I think Seth Rollins has pinned the former Universal Champion. 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins continues his win streak as that wraps up Monday Night